I reject all events in Megamind 2 and the subsequent sequels as canon. Hear ye all who come before and after me. I believe I speak for the true fans of the Megaverse. We hereby reject and disown, disqualify, and diss all that which has come after the Button of Doom. So, I did a video redesigning just the main 4 villains of the glorified season intro of the Nevermind show, as the internet has dubbed it. So far that video has been massively well received, so thank you guys for giving me such amazing ideas, encouragement, constructive criticisms, and thoughts. I only wanted to do those 4 since I didn't want to overwhelm myself, but wow, did a lot of you want me to redesign the rest of this horrid set. In my last video, I redesigned Behemoth, Pierre Pressure, Lord Nighty Night, and Lady Doppler. Thank you so much, commenters, for their names. I received some great constructive criticisms. I wish y'all had been with me during my first redesign spree. I will warn you, I'm no professional designer, so this is a disclaimer. I just wanted to add my own thoughts and ideas that could potentially push these things to be more memorable, threatening, and fun. I have yet another video idea about rewriting Nevermind 2. Like and subscribe if you think I should do that. This time I'm going to be changing not just their appearances, but their backstories and origins, so grab a snack and prep your brain for lore. Alright, on to my first and least favorite to explore, the Go Fish Gang. Boy was I struggling. It takes a much longer time to draw 3 people, and I wanted to draw all of them posed together. Also in the movie and series, why do they look like the suit is literally part of their bodies? It's like some sort of horror thing with the way they move. Also, how did they get a tank? Anyway, my first thought for them was mermen. I took inspiration from their colors, not whatever fish species they were trying to embody. Metro City is surrounded by water. These guys could cause havoc by trying to break into things and steal shiny stuff. I like to think they're like magpies. They collect shiny things for their hordes. In the movie, I think they broke into some tank and stole a shiny fish. Maybe they're also wanting to restore the ocean to its original glory and all that by taking back what the ocean owns. They're probably also climate activists because yes, we are the mermen and we speak for the fish. Also, it's mermaid, so it's an excuse to draw some mer people. I think this would be a great way to further expand the possibilities of the Megaverse, and we'd get some sick underwater fight scenes or tracking scenes. Because I was so tired, I ended up drawing them posed together in their original forms, and then I made a few sketches of them with more accessories just to get a better feel for the characters. I drew the green fellow with a seaweed cape and a pile of his treasure, and a little diamond fish. I feel like he's the most shiny driven one, and he makes up all the plans. Also, his face makes me think he's on some sort of list. Red Dude, I feel like he's the one who likes to see the land dwellers suffer. I gave him a whip that he laces with lionfish spines and pufferfish venom. Maybe he winds jellyfish tentacles around it. He probably also ties stones around the end to make it easier to guide and flick in the water. He probably would like to watch his victims squirm. The blue one I based on a tiger shark or a black tip reef shark type thing. I dressed him in an old fisherman's net and gave him a harpoon gun. I think he's the kind of guy to attack first and question later, and he goes for quick kills rather than longer ones like his buddy. He probably also hunts for food on their journeys and binds up wounds when attacks or thefts go wrong. Also, as I was in the middle of writing the script, I got a suggestion for the Go Fish Gang. The commenter mentioned making them a greasy, card-based gang in leather jackets, and I couldn't help but slap out a sketch, so here's the Go Fish Gang. I really drew these guys too much. Make it stop. And done with those guys, on to Keiko. I don't know how to say her name. I think it's Keiko. I was so excited for this, and technically I can count her as a villain because she gets kind of gripey and serves the bad guys for a while, so I'm counting it. Anyway, here's my idea. Hope you all like it. On to Dude Monkey. Seriously, what person thought up Dude Monkey and went, oh yeah, it's all coming together? Dude, why not be brave and go with literal monkey? Now, don't go up in arms. I had 2 design ideas for him. Literal monkey is just one. I made him a howler monkey because he seems loud and annoying. I'm thinking he probably ate one of Megamind's discarded experimental things and became sentient. That, or he's just a tool trained for robbing stores and bringing loot back to his master. Maybe his owner dresses him up like some sort of supervillain because he thinks it's funny, and the owner probably uses literal monkey as a scapegoat. Plus, monkeys are super quick and smart and strong. I'll bet this guy would have no problem running from the cops, attacking a security guard, or breaking into things. I tried to use the color palette he comes with as much as I could, but it's not a very good one. Anyway, here's version 1, literal monkey. Seems like a stand-up guy. Now, I wasn't gonna do a second version, but a whole bunch of doubts just absolutely assaulted my brain. I thought literal monkey wouldn't be good enough and that it would disappoint people and that I would ruin expectations. It's both a blessing and a curse to get so many views when you're not used to it. Anywho, I drew a little sketch that inspired a whole new backstory. Here, I made Monkey Boy a hacker, but not just any hacker. He targeted target social media platforms and users. Sort of on point for him being a weirdo streamer who shows off his crimes and wants attention, so I bet he targets celebrities and content creators, hacks their platforms, and displays his "Dude Monkey was here" thing, and then sits back and laughs. He's probably still Dude Monkey, as I'm thinking it was his first like cringy online name, and he just went with it. I mean, would it suck more to be hacked by like Electron or something, or some sap called Dude Monkey? Monkey's probably more humiliating. Here's his final result. I went with the big hoodie, small pants look for him because he's probably a skinny guy and wants to feel big with his custom filthy hoodie. He's like a thin Discord mod. Haha, I bet you guys thought I really was just going to erase Keiko and call it a day. I was, but shh, I couldn't help myself. I got inspired. I wanted to push her into true villain roles, so maybe she could have a redemption arc like Megamind. Maybe. In this series, she's a self-insert of Gen Alpha. She's techie, knows all the internet references, and has every freaking answer in the book. Of course, some rando 6-year-old can do better than the biggest brain left in the universe. I aged her up a bit and made her edgy. Seriously, she almost ended up looking like Billie Eilish. She's a very social media, so I think she should pick out her targets that way. She gets online with fake profiles, befriends rich kids, and lures them into a shady place, claiming she wants to meet them in real life and maybe go on a shopping spree. She's smart, starts off slow by finding similarities. You went to such and such a school? No way, I'm one district over, and all that. Then she meets with them with a crudely fashioned weapon and a classic bully bubblegum in her mouth. She threatens them, takes the money meant for shopping, and maybe smacks a few of them to keep them from running too soon. That got dark. Anyway, I think it would be a super neat idea to use her so-called social media savviness to rob people, especially fellow kids. She's smart, dangerous, and uncaring, and I think she was forced to be that way due to a rough life. Maybe Megamind was her role model for a while, and now she might feel conflicted or angry that he's changed. Here's the final result. By making her a flawed character with redeeming qualities or a sob story, she's even more interesting. Also, it allows Megamind to go on some adventures with children, which makes it more appealing for the target audience. By speaking with them and helping them track down this threat and prevent others from getting hurt. He'll also get introduced to social media, and we can still have some goofy haha boomer doesn't know phone gags. Now, before I get on with my favorite villain, I have to show a sketch inspired by DeWolfie on Instagram. They redrew the brain form of Machiavillain as a super dope robot protecting the brain, and I feel that makes it just so much more sense and so much more threatening. Someone else suggested I make him all burned up like Anakin Skywalker, and while I would absolutely enjoy that, I decided to just try out a cool robot thing, and gosh, now I wish I'd given my other drawing of him some burn scars. That would have been sick. Alright, this is what you've all been waiting for, and what we all wanted, a reimagining of Machia Drag Queen. So he's supposedly the one who taught Megamind everything he knows, the one who instills fear into the hearts of innocents at the mere utterance of his name. Lies, deceit. All I feel when looking at him is old man got plastic surgery. His face looks stretched. His head is enormous in comparison to his short body. He's built like an exhale. His aesthetic is so opposite to Megamind's dark approach to costumes. How did he inspire Megamind? Anyway, I decided to turn his entire character on its head. He's giving facial lift fruity, and that's about it. So what if he didn't? Now hear me out. I like the long white hair. I like the idea of giving him a weird outfit and a look to get all the attention on him for his presentations. So let's change the foundations of that desire for attention. What if the shock value is no longer his cursed outfit, but imprinted on his body? I'm picturing a guy who has altered his appearance to get gasps and looks and frowns and fear. He lives for that reaction, for the perplexion and bewildered terror on people's faces as he reveals himself. And what makes his appearance even more terrifying is the utter lack of care and emotion on his face. He studies you like a lion studies prey, calculated and emotionless. A stark contrast to Megamind's overly emotional deliveries. Someone suggested making Machiavillain abusive, and I'm in for it. He's cold, he insults, and he feels hardly anything. No love, no empathy. He's truly dangerous because he does not feel. He likes to watch emotions, drink them in because he has none. He finds it fascinating. So he altered his appearance more and more, made his crimes more and more grandiose and flashy. Also, he could watch smiles turn to screams. Megamind probably learned a lot about presentation from him, but his personality was just too much for Machiavillain. Gosh, I hate that name. Megamind is emotional and excited, and he's uncomfortable with actually hurting people, so he probably ran and never looked back in this alternate universe. Didn't he, like, burn down his lair or something, and that's how he got, like, he almost killed him? The end result kinda ended up looking like some anime game antagonist, but maybe that's okay. Let me have my cute, edgy, emotionless weirdo, okay? I also gave him spikes. Maybe that also inspired a bit of Megamind's aesthetic. I think that does it for this season's villains. I hope this video isn't too long. Rain Dragonfire down upon that like button and make it share with the subscribe button. What would you have done differently? Do you have a favorite redesign so far? Thanks for staying through the video if you did, and let me know in the comments if you'd like me to try to rewrite the entire second movie.